All right. Hey everyone, welcome to the week 9 APAC meeting for the Kubernetes 134 release cycle. And my name is Sriram. I am one of the release lead shadows. And before we get started, I would like to remind you all that as part of the Kubernetes community, we abide by the CNCF code of conduct, which basically boils down to be excellent to each other. And yeah, be mindful of the code of conduct when we speak with folks online. With that out of the way, we can get started. Today is July 16th and we are in week 9. I don't see any open discussion items in the agenda. Does anybody have anything they'd like to talk about for open discussion? I guess that's a no. So let's move forward with the sub-team updates. We have enhancements with Josh. Is Josh or any enhancement shadow on the call? I guess no, so I can share the updates. The enhancement status is green. We are still continuing to track caps for the code and test freeze next week, which is on 25th, next Friday, I believe. The code freeze party invite is not yet sent. It will be sent in the next coming days. And the enhancements team folks have already reached out to branch management to coordinate the code freeze. So things seems to be on track. We have 16 caps which are already tracked for code freeze and 56 which are at risk, which I feel like is normal at this stage of the cycle. So folks might be like busy with reviews and stuff. So I'm hoping to see better number next week and we can start worrying then. Yeah, so does anybody have any questions for enhancements? All right, moving on to release signal.
Yeah, hello. So the current status from release signal is green. As you can see, last week we had a couple of failing tests. One was related to the GCE cloud provider, Cube test up, and the other one was related to the CAPC from Windows. So both of them got resolved and they're not blockers for beta 0. So we have go signal for the release cut today. And apart from that, the issues which are non-test or flake are the count is 9 currently, and the open PRs which are having milestone as 134 is 17, and we have 5 important soon PRs to be addressed. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks, Raji. Does anybody have any questions for release signal? I guess that's a no. Moving forward to docs discussion.
Hello, everyone. So for docs, our status is yellow. So we have the Alpha 2 PR out. We had a discussion about curl and how it edits the JSON and MD files. So that discussion can still be continued. Hopefully we'll work on improving that. But for now, we still have the PR out. So hopefully that gets merged this week. We also had a request for late holder PRs, which we still need to follow up with in our team. So we'll keep working on that. And then we also have the branch sync schedule to be created this week as well. And so that's the overview for us.
Awesome, thank you. Does anybody have any questions for docs?
Yep, I have a question and a concern. Alpha 2 was 25th June and today is July 16th. It's almost like 20-ish days. Let's get this PR merged today itself. I have approved an LGTM and put the PR on hold, and I have asked the docs team to review it. So please let's get that merged today. And ideally, let's also open the PR for Alpha 3 because we are behind the schedule and Beta 0 cut is today. So let's just pick up some pace of creating the release notes PR, and let's try to merge them as soon as possible. So that's one thing that I wanted to add. And if you need any help in that, drop me a ping or drop me a message, or if you need any approvals, I'll LGTM approve, or even the lead shadows can do that.
Okay. Yep, will do. Thanks.
Yep.
All right. Moving on to comms, I see Deepesh, but I don't see any APAC shadow. Are there any comms shadows on the call? All right. The comms status is green. We are tracking 19 blogs which are opted in. The feature blog piece was last Friday, and like 19 have opted in, and 35 caps have not opted in for a blog. So we are tracking 19 feature blogs. The release highlights discussion is also open, but we have not received any highlights yet. We are planning to do a second round of reach out next week. I feel like this is normal. The SIGs might be waiting for the SIG leads might be waiting for like which all caps like make it after code freeze before they share the highlights. So I think we'll get like a better response when the second outreach is done. Regarding the mid-cycle blog, we are actively working on an internal draft, and the comms team is planning to open a PR to the Kubernetes website repository this Friday. And yeah, the overall status is green. Does anybody have any questions for comms?
I'll just say that the release highlights at this point, having nothing, is very common, and it just tends to we tend to get all the updates towards the end, and yeah, it's quite normal that we don't have anything. And also 19 feature blogs opted in is about the same as the last cycle. So yeah, it's something we see. We can completely understand why the status is green at this point.
Awesome. Thanks, Rota. I think we are well on track, comms. Does anybody have any other questions for comms? All right. Moving on to release branch management, I see that Matteo has added a not saying that there is no major update unless there is a cut. And yeah, I don't think the release branch management team has any updates as of now. Does anybody have any questions for release branch management? Oh, I'm sorry. Are there any release branch management shadows on the call who would like to share anything? All right. Yeah, if nobody has any questions, we can move on to the updates from EA. I don't see Fred on the call, and I don't see any updates from him on the doc either. So
I would like to add an update from Fred's behalf. Reminder that the mid shadow survey will close in a couple of days. We right now only have 6 answers, and all the shadows on this call. Let me just grab the link from the last meeting. Please submit the mid cycle shadow survey. You must have received the link through the through emails. I cannot share it publicly, I believe, but please check your email and fill the mid-cycle shadow survey, as that is really important for us to analyze how the release cycle is going and how we can improve this process. So just reiterating on that, please fill the mid-cycle shadow survey as soon as possible, because it's going to close in a few days.
yeah, thanks, John. Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to put up for Fred? All right. Yeah, moving on to release lead.
Hey everyone. So the updates from my side, basically the mid-cycle update email is out. I will be sending a reminder for code freeze as well as for release highlights to dev, to Slack, and at various places. I'll be doing that shortly. Code freeze and test freezes next week to UTC Friday 25th, and that is a major milestone. So all teams that are affected by that, which I believe all are, please brace for that and make preparations accordingly. And the first beta cut is scheduled for today. So those are the updates from my side. And if you need any help at any time, feel free to reach out. So, yeah, are there any questions for me?
Yeah, this is Raji from Release Signal. Um, so I have a query regarding the go and no go signal, which the representative usually post in the release management channel. So referring to the recent signal which we gave for beta 0. So I had a message from you telling that if at all the person doesn't have enough context to judge whether it is a blocker or non-blocker, he might ask in channels release signal or release management, or even do a DM to the expertise to know whether it is a blocker or non-blocker in situation where the SIG hasn't responded by then. So does that mean prior to giving the initial signal in the release management, are we supposed to, work around asking more people for the context? Like if at all there is no reply from the related SIGs, should there be more effort from release signal representative prior to giving the initial signal?
If you have pinged the SIG leads and the SIG tech leads, then that is enough. That's enough reach out that you need to do. You do not need to ping every PR author or just track down who was responsible for this commit. That's good to do, but that's not mandatory at all. Technically, all the SIG leads and tech leads should reply timely on the status
Okay.
of an issue. If they don't reply, just escalate this to me or Kat, and we can ping them that you're blocking a release cut and you should reply. That's something that the SIGs are technically supposed to do. It's their responsibility. So yeah, we'll ping them, and even if they don't reply after that, we'll just proceed with the release cut. Or in certain cases, if we are not sure about a commit that recently was merged and it's failing a couple of tests, we might as well decide to revert that in some cases if it seems to be a bug, but that's fairly uncommon. Other folks would chime in, like Dims chimed in for the recent blocker, whereas it was not directly under the SIG that, well, Dims works and everything, so he knows a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you don't get a response from anyone, just escalate and we can take it from there.
Okay, but the message that you sent, you were mentioning we need to ask someone who knows, and we might.
That's the SIG tech leads and SIG leads. That's the person
Okay,
that.
specifically only to the six.
Yeah.
Need not.
The responsible SIGs, you can ping
Okay.
them. And if you think this was because of a recent commit that some contributor merged, you can also ping that contributor in that thread. That's also all right.
Yeah, that effort is already being done by our shadows. Yeah, I thought,
Yep.
is there any other extra channels and other places to
Mm,
inquire before giving the signal? Okay, thank you.
SIG leads and the contributor should be more than enough.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Raji.
All right. Does anybody have any other questions they would like to ask beyond? All right. Moving on to SIG scalability, we don't have much updates as usual. I take it that the SIG status is green. And with that, we are at the end of our sub-team updates. Does anybody have anything that they'd like to talk in the recording? All right. That we are at the end of the APAC meeting for the week 9. So I'll be stopping the recording and yeah, see you all on YouTube.